Hello guys and welcome back to A.C.P. Today we are here to do an interview with the people who use this centre. They do not want to be on camera, or they... actually no, one of them is allowed to be on camera. The other ones just don't. Don't ask me. Okay, so we're going to go individually to see what their names are, how old they are and why they come here. So, starting with you.
Hello, my name is Kiki and I am 9 years old and I come to the centre to learn about the animals and
Stuff.
yeah.
Okay, well that's cool. What is your favourite thing to do here, Kiki?
Either cuddling for rats or testing the water.
Cool. Going on to our next user.
My name is Kobe, I'm 10 years old and I come here because I like it. I enjoy learning about animals and I want to learn about stuff.
Cool. Going on to our next user.
My name is Harley, I'm 12 years old and I come here to learn stuff and I enjoy cuddling with the rats as well.
Cool. So we're going to go around the centre now. You will be facing the floor because they don't want to be on camera. So just going to face you on the floor. So, should we start with the rats? So, Kobe, can you tell us what rat this one is right here?
This one is Snowflake. She's a bit albino, I think. She has a grey coat, but she's white. And this one also is Whiskers. She's my rat. She is a hooded rat, and all of these rats are sisters because we don't want any males because we don't want them having tons and millions of babies.
That's fair.
And there's also one more rat called Ripley, who is an albino.
Cool.
Rat.
I guess we can move on. So, let's move on. So, I believe this is Pinchy, the lobster. Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
What would you have to do to, I guess the word is keep a creature like this?
So we have to feed him once a day, and he gets tested for water. He gets tested for ammonia, high range pH, and nitrite, and he gets fed prawns. He also gets a temperature check and salinity checks.
Cool. I'm guessing over here where there's like some shells, I'm guessing maybe he shedded?
I think so. I think that's why. He lost one of his claws because he shedded and it got caught up with the shed, so it came off. It will grow back in about a year or something. He also lives with prawns.
Cool. Doesn't lobsters eat prawns? Is that what they
but the prawns are he's basically, the prawns are too fast for him, and he's happy just getting his fed once a day.
Guessing that's one of the prawns.
He doesn't eat them mostly because he gets fed regularly enough that he's not hungry, so he doesn't want to eat them.
Well, that's cool. We're going to move on to our wetlands room.
We also have a goby, which I'm not sure of as a lot either, but it's called Kobe, named after Kobe. Kobe
cool.
the goby.
Okay, well, I'm going to put you on the floor right. So, to get into our wetlands room. Let's go. So, we're going to start out with the sticklebacks, which we have done a video on previously. Go check that out if you watch this channel regularly. So, Harley, I guess, you're the closest. What do you have to do to look after these sticklebacks?
Regularly test the water, there would have been a temperature check if I didn't break it on accident. You got to feed them once a day. That's about it.
You have to test also. You have to test for also ammonia,
Test
nitrite,
the water.
and high range pH. But you've got to. That's how what they have to be tested for, and they have to get their water changed fairly regularly.
Cool.
And,
I do want to say to the viewers, I do know all of this already, but I wanted to test out these guys' knowledge. So, this is Luca. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're going to move on. I believe these are frogs. How do you
they're
look up?
toads.
Oh,
And
They're
no.
toads.
So
These are frogs.
these are frogs.
Cool.
They have to get sprayed regularly, and so they have to. But have to make sure not to spray directly on them because of the chlorine, because they have permeable skin, and so that means they breathe through their skin, and if they breathe through their skin, if the chlorine gets in there, it damages their skin and they can't breathe.
cool. Going on to, I believe, probably a close relative. It's another amphibian. Toadlets or toadpoles. We do call them toadpoles here in the centre, but they are just tadpoles. So, tell us how you look after these.
You feed them once a day.
What do you feed them?
Spirulina tablet and some bug bites.
They
You
also eat
test-
algae.
They do eat algae. You also have to feed them. You also have to test their water for ammonia, high range pH, and nitrite. And if the ammonia is too high, you have to do a water check because also they have permeable skin, and it will damage their skin, and they won't be able to breathe.
Okay, well, we're going to move on up here. Snails. There is one up there. I don't know if you'll be able to see properly. So, tell Harley, tell us how we look after these
So you have to
snails.
spray the tank once
With-
every.
with water by
There's
Joe.
stickleback water.
So over
Okay.
here,
Maybe that
is
time.
water.
Over here. Cool. So, what sort of? I can see you've kind of put a gardeny texture thing on it because there are the bricks in the back,
Yeah.
which is cool. Looks like there's some spider web down there. Okay, we're going to move on now. I believe these are
Yes.
toads.
Yes,
think
I
so.
think so.
I think they're toads. They might be tadpoles though.
Yeah.
We're not 100% sure. Comment if you know, I guess.
We'll have a guess.
Have a guess, yeah.
Um,
Type 1 for tadpole and 2 for toad.
These you have to feed also spirulina tablets and some bug bites, and test for ammonia, high range pH, and nitrite.
There's
And the ammonia is too high. They also have permeable skin, so it can kill them. And you have to also for 4 weeks you have to keep them in a tub, in a closed off container to test if they have
Rana
virus. And the way you can tell is if they have paler skin after 4 weeks. If they don't, then they're safe.
Okay, well, we're going to move on. This one doesn't have anything in it, so we're just going to move on to the next one, which I believe is looks like to be a dragonfly larvae. Kiki, can you tell us a little about dragonfly larvae?
Well, you need to change the water regularly. Ammonia, high range pH and nitrites.
Cool.
And you need
I think-
to feed it.
I think the word you would be looking for is check. Water check, not change. Because change would be
Oh, yeah,
getting rid of
test.
the... Yeah. Okay, well, that's interesting. What do you feed them?
Bug bites.
I think bug, yeah.
Mainly bug.
And I think a spirulina tablet.
Maybe. We're going to move on, so if you guys want to move so you don't get caught on camera. These are frogs, or tadpoles and frogs. As you can see, we've got some frogs up here climbing to get out. There's some frogs on the log. And if you go down here, I can see one right there. I think that one's Bob, because me and Kobe actually named one Bob because he goes really fast. So there's a tadpole right there. Tell us a bit about how you look after the tadpoles, Kobe.
So you have to feed them one spirulina tablet and a pinch of bug bites. test for ammonia, high range pH, and nitrite, so the regular.
Yeah.
Because they have permeable skin, if it's too high, the ammonia, you have to change the water.
Mhm.
And I'm not sure if you have to put these ones in container.
I don't. I think just keep them in the
Yeah.
the pot. Well, it's not a pond, is it? All of these animals that are like I don't know which ones these are, but the toad poles or tadpoles and the frogs, they will be returned back to their place. We will try to find them a good place. So, moving on. This, as you can probably see, is, well, there's a sink there. This is like our operations room. We've got the water testing gear there. We got the rat food and hedgehog food, which we could show you the hedgehogs, and I think that would be a good idea.
I think we will be doing that.
Yeah.
This soon, so right now it's like our feeding room and all that stuff, but soon we will be changing it. So as you can see, we've been going to the shops finding the equipment, because we're going to be putting a corn snake in this container. So we've got the lightings, the heatings and stuff, and then soon we're going to be going to the shops for decorations, and then soon we'll be putting the snake in here.
Cool.
It's a corn snake called Sandra.
Cool. Okay, well, in that case, I think on that little place, we're going to go over to the hogs.
Sorry.
This is Harley, by the way. He's my cousin. He's allowed to be shown on camera. Okay, well, we're going to ask Martin, which is the leader of White Biodiversity. Oh, you see the hedgehogs? So I'm going to have to face you guys down for the whole walk, because no one wants to get their face shown on camera. We can't even show you the hedgehogs because they are nocturnal. They do only really come out at night.
And if we wake them up, it's just not really fair on them.
Yeah, so let's go. Sorry guys, it's a bit quiet at the moment. So here we are, the hedgehog enclosure. So, Kobe, why don't you tell us a little bit how to change this water
So you have
here?
to very regularly empty it, to use a sponge and rinse it out and wash it, and then you have to fill it up with clean water.
Cool.
And you have to also fill up all of the other ones, because there's different ones for also bird baths.
Cool. I can see one over there as well. Get a bit closer so the camera can see it. Coming over this way, there's a house right over here. There's another bird bath. And there is a house here. I'm pretty sure there will be a hedgehog in there now, but we're not going to open it and show people, because, it's not fair, for one. One of the hedgehogs is actually lost an eye, and when we got her, was quite obese. So let's come over here. I believe there's one there. Yeah, I can see it. And that one is called Spiky. It's a mental disorder, I think. This one over here is called Rose. And
Rose lost one leg, and Rose lost one eye, and Spike lost one leg.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to come over here and say our goodbyes. Bye-bye, guys. That's all from us. Luca's going to come over as well. Hello. Bye, guys. If you like this video, continue watching our channel. Like and subscribe. Till next time. Bye.